we were somewhere along a Methodist Road at World Bank Housing Estate, and our attention was called to a large private refuse dump located near residential areas with the foul smell and everything. And one will be asking, the first thing will come to your mind is, how are people living in this area? Hmm? So they called our attention to it and said that we should amplify their voice and call the attention of the government to that area so that there won't be a refuse dump located in residential area. Asapa is doing a good job in Aba already, and hopefully they are listening to the show this morning so that they can pay attention to that side of the town. We're going to take it. We're going to do the details later on, anyways, and we will be talking about power this morning. This time, the reason Ukwa West doesn't have electricity, you know, we made some inquiry because every time we keep getting calls on this show, say Ukwa West, they've been out of power for years. In fact, during EDC days. So, what is about power doing? There are some shocking revelations this morning that you will want to pay attention to. So let's see how we can find a lasting solution to this so that electricity can be restored in Ukwa. They are blaming vandalism. In fact, they said they've started restoring, and as they are installing, they are vandalizing. In some periods of vandalizing, as they are moving forward, restoring, laying their lines, installing their lines. Some persons are vandalizing, so they have to put a stop to it. You get to hear from them this morning. And over 73 transformers were vandalized in Aba Metropolis alone in 2024. Hey, hey. This is not a good one. We will talk about that. And I think the big story coming from Abia this morning is a figure that is generating a lot of reactions on social media over the weekend. It was on, I think, when was that report released? The 2024 budget performance report for the last quarter, the last one for the year. It was released on the 28th of January. Yeah, it was released on the 28th of January. That was last week Thursday, Tuesday. Yeah. So it's been generating a lot of reactions because of some figures there, calling for accountability from both sides, opposition, those in the government. They've been trying to defend some of the figures. But the major issue here is the fact that the 2024 budget performance means how much of how the budget is doing or how the budget did. So for the last quarter, that's the last 3 months in the year 2024, it was said that Abia state government spent 54 billion naira in rehabilitation of 51 public schools. That's between October, November, December. This is plus the 14 billion that was spent initially. So throughout the year 2024, Abia state government spent 58 billion naira in rehabilitation of public schools in the state. So it's been generating a lot of reactions. I'm saying, hey, go publish the schools. You don't understand. We only paid ahead for the contractors. So to avoid inflation, no, it's been back and forth. Interesting conversation on social media. But we will highlight that this morning, what both sides are saying and what you should know. There are some other figures also in that. So we will take our time maybe throughout this week. We pick an item, we talk about it, we move to another item, we talk about it so that you will be informed. Note, this budget performance report was not prepared by Enyimba FM. Before some persons will say Michael has come again. It was prepared by Abia State Government. There is something they call SIFTAS. I once shared that with you. SIFTAS. It's a World Bank assisted program. It's called States Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability Program, SIFTAS. In a situation, SIFTAS will allow you to, it is to incentivize states, like to give states some money to compensate them. That's the English I'm looking for. If you have good fiscal practices, to encourage states in the country that, okay, if you are able to meet some criteria, publishing annual state budgets, publishing audited financial statements, then you are entitled to some grants. If you are able to if you are able to meet up some of these indicators, so that is why most states have keyed into that program. I think that program has ended. It's a 1.5 billion dollars program set aside by World Bank. So they've moved from SIFTAS now to what they call SABA. SABA is State Action on Business Enabling Reform. So these are some of the programs that I think the Abia State government keyed into it. That is why they must. It's more like not they must, but if you want to benefit from that, disbursement, you need to have a website that is working. You need to publish your budget performance. That way, it will encourage accountability.